The Beats were called hipsters, and the term hippies, I think it's a sort of a diminutive of hipster that indicates that they are younger and charming and harmless and kind of a fun version of the Beats, and that's what they were.
They were also disillusioned. Disillusioned with their upbringing, disillusioned with America's many deviations in the 1960s. And in San Francisco's Haight-Ashbury, they found an opening.
People moved to the Haight-Ashbury because it was a low-rent neighborhood, it was a working-class neighborhood, and it was an integrated neighborhood. So it had a big diversity of people there. And in the early 60s, artists and writers and performers all were drawn to the Haight-Ashbury.
By the mid-60s, it was an enclave, a sort of utopia, an idealistic presentation of what society should and could be. It was a driver of an emerging counterculture, built to deconstruct the accepted mores and values.
We wanted the whole Haight-Ashbury to be a free community.
If it's free, the capitalist system can't exactly merchandise it because there's no profit.
This was central to the Diggers, an activist group that would make up the moral compass of Haight-Ashbury.
We were community outreach to make a new community.
Judy Goldhaft, along with husband Peter Berg and a group of actors, including Peter Coyote and Emmett Grogan, formed the Diggers in 1966 with the intention of upending the dynamics of capitalism. They provided free food, free housing, opened a free store and a free medical clinic.
If we provided the basic human necessities, then people didn't have to go downtown, put on a white shirt and a suit, become the man in the gray flannel suit. They could actually live their life and explore what would be the most beautiful life they could lead.
They also performed street theater and organized free concerts, which began showcasing the rise of a new sound.
Before the Summer of Love, the Haight-Ashbury was the center of this incredible new music that was coming out of San Francisco, and specifically coming out of the Haight. Jefferson Airplane, Grace Slick, Janis Joplin, Big Brother and the Holding Company. Fantastic music that was visionary and was completely connected to this idea of a total change of consciousness.
It was music aligned with the psychedelia of LSD.
Colors seemed brighter, trees seemed to be breathing.
Mimicking these sensations, acid or psychedelic rock, as it would become known, broke with many conventions. Songs were heavily distorted, often long and improvised.
The psychedelic rock took music to a completely different place, away from love songs and much more towards songs about big existential issues, about freedom and about profound personal change.
And of all the genres soon to be stars, none epitomized that more than a group named the Grateful Dead. They were Haight-Ashbury mainstays, led by singer-songwriter Jerry Garcia.
Jerry Garcia was a very bright guy. What he and the Grateful Dead tried to do was to, create something different. They didn't have any wild expectations that they were going to change all the world, tomorrow. But they started with themselves and tried to create a better way of life.
That was, in essence, the premise of Haight-Ashbury, a place removed from the mainstream and instead tapped into an alternative, a freer way to be, which by the end of 1966 was catching the attention of the entire country.